Hello and welcome to Viva Las Vegas 2.0. And someone asked me, it was a 1.0 subscriber, asked me, hey, are you going to have your friend, the body language expert guy? I can't remember his name. Well, his name is Derik, and yes, he's here. This is my friend, Derik Clark. I've known him, 30 plus years now. And he is a retired veteran of the United States Army, 20 years, 20 plus, 22 years in the Army, served in Afghanistan, Iraq, all over, and is, you are a body language expert, correct?
Yes.
And you have your own company, Body Sites. You train mainly training salespeople, what to look for, sort of body language, that kind of thing, corporate.
Yeah.
Training.
So I call it spy school for sales teams or spy school for business.
That sounds cooler than what I just said. Yes.
It's
spy school for sales.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, there's skills that spies have, and they gain trust and build rapport with someone that they just met. They do it very easily, and they do it well enough that they get people to reveal secrets about themselves. And but those things are.
Is that what you did?
So to
be a spy, your name is Derik, isn't it?
Catcher. So I was in counterintelligence. So that's like I did the investigations against the spies.
Okay, so your name, you are Derik. I just want to make sure you are the person that
you knew from a long time ago.
Yes. Okay. All right. So you were counterintelligence. Sorry to interrupt there. You were to counterintelligence, and so yes. you ferreted out the spies. What?
Yeah. But I mean, to know how to do that, you have to know how they act, and basically use the same tricks and traits to catch a spy as they use to steal information.
All right. Well, that sounds very cloak and dagger there. But we've got some videos here. You've brought some with you that you wanna watch, that you're gonna help us all learn. I know we usually don't like to learn stuff, but hey. Sometimes we got to learn stuff, Well,
let's see if we can have some fun doing it.
All right. I'm sure we will. All right. First up, we've got, you want to set the scene here? Whoa.
No, you can't.
All right. Sorry. What we got here? We got a judge. I can see what.
So basically, this is something that may be useful to all of your lawyer friends. Sometimes you got someone on the stand.
Well, I don't have friends, but I get it.
Maybe your viewers then. Well,
there's any attorneys watching. Pay close attention.
So a lot of times we focus on body language of other people. Like when you got people on the stand, you can tell when they're going to be uncomfortable. You can tell when they're hitting a nerve with your questioning. But sometimes we don't necessarily pay attention to the body language that we portray when we're uncomfortable. So here you're going to see one thing that people do when they are uncomfortable. I don't know if you want to watch it first and then we talk about it, or see if
whichever is easiest for you. All right, you want to watch it first and then we'll go back.
Yeah, let's watch it first. You tell me, as a lawyer, at the moment that you think that someone starts feeling uncomfortable.
I'm feeling uncomfortable right now, just being put on the spot here. So if that helps,
it does help.
Okay.
I don't even know what the factual basis is for that.
Judge, I can ask a witness.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Not without a factual basis. You just can't ask for speculation. That's what you're asking for.
I'm asking you a question whether or not.
There's no evidence that it happened before. None.
Judge,
not a scintilla of evidence on the record so far that supports that question.
If a witness says that something happened, I can't ask them.
Okay. I noticed he did this thing. Is this a thing here with his fingers?
That actually is it's the thing.
It's really the thing. All right. Okay. I don't feel
so good job. Wow, look at you scoring one. I didn't even give you a multiple choice and you picked it out anyway. So
we didn't go over this beforehand. Actually, this is, as you can tell, we're just flying by the seat of our pants here.
So,
All
so
right,
yeah,
well, good for me.
so that thing is like when people are uncomfortable, then they're going to try and ease the tension. One of the things that they'll do is ease the tension by, and usually there's receptors in our body. So anytime we massage or rub or do a repetitive action,
Uh-huh.
you know, or then
Okay, so let's see his hands here. What's he doing here? We'll mute it, but let's.
so in
So
the
he's
beginning,
just
he's
just like,
you know, as he presents his case, he's trying to be confident and he's making his body a little bit bigger. But now when he's getting resistance, that's that repetitive rubbing right there.
let me get that. I don't know if I can. So that repetitive rubbing
Is showing discomfort. You may see this in your clients. You may see this in people, you know, like anyone that's on the stand or even during jury selection. That you may see like where people are indicating signals of discomfort, and that's one. Any rubbing of the neck, rubbing of the face, adjusting clothing, like they're uncomfortable and they have to do something to make themselves feel better. And a massage is one of the easiest ways to do that.
Interesting. So, all right. So there this is the self-soothing. I bet, is everyone just like really uncomfortable around you because very self-conscious around you because
I think they joke about it
like you know everything. I know, but I mean, I just gotta say, well, I know I saw you back in March, and you correctly identified two of my kids' body language like that.
I can't remember what they did. Oh yeah, because they were like bored.
One was bored and one wanted to go. He's like,
there was like, come on, Dad, you know, leave your friend alone because we got stuff to do.
Anyway.
We got like
we had nothing to do. You just
and so I think people joke around sometimes when they meet me and they'll say stuff like, oh, and it's always one of the funniest things that I see is they'll do this. They'll go, what am I doing now? And then they just freeze. They they do some sort of pose where they look like they're doing the Heisman. And like, what does this mean? What does my body language tell you? And I'm like it's telling me that you're
a nincompoop.
You're posing for me somehow.
All right. Well, you know. Well, I mean, you know, it's a little it is a little disconcerting, you know, because everyone thinks, hey, we got that poker face. Like no one knows what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, you know. My thoughts are my own, but they can be betrayed at least.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, but comfort or discomfort anyway.
I mean, people like as a parent, you tell your kids, hey, you know, don't roll your eyes at me or don't smirk at me like that. So we're consciously cognizant of you know how we portray ourselves in our face. Sometimes we forget about the rest of our body. Like that one lawyer was like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. I'm just going to keep rubbing and not even think about it because it's just like a natural
habit or whatever, our natural tendency. Interesting. Yeah. Well, he should have just said, look, you know, calls for speculation. He said, well, when I always get called on that speculation, I was like, well, they can state their opinion. You know, that's sort of my escape. It's like, well, I'm not asking for speculation. I'm just asking if they, you know, well, they're not an expert. I'm just, well, you know, if they have any thoughts on it, they've thought about it. Yeah, you kind of sometimes, you get caught on that sort of thing when you ask for speculation. But I have been able to get, it's like, well, they just state their opinion, what they think.
So sometimes it works.
I mean, and knowing that it's, you know,
you got to try.
Knows there's, you know, it's just speculation, but you know, they can say it. Sometimes judges will allow it, so you know, got to go with what you get. All right, which one are we going with the next, man?
Let's go with the one with the cop in the bottom corner. So the first one.
Okay, let's see here. All right.
So here's
this one.
Let's go back. Okay, I'm sure you guys are not gonna, before we get into it, like I'm sure you're already thinking, why
is he talking?
Simpson is the guy's lawyer.
Yes, but why is he talking?
Why is he talking?
Why is he talking to the police? Has he been Mirandized? If he's been Mirandized, he knows he has the right to remain silent.
So and now from an perspective, like it's completely different. I can. It's interesting to hear your take on it, where you're like, what? Okay, let's cover all these bases.
Yes. Has he been Mirandized? And if he has, why is he still talking? Like, buddy, you are not gonna out slick the police. You're not gonna out talk them. Just please don't talk. I can't tell you.
and as an investigator, like I love when
Oh yeah, they can't stop talking.
Yeah,
and you make them think that they're doing great, and they're like, "Oh yeah, hey, yeah."
All we're trying to do,
we're just trying to help.
Yeah. Listen, we just want to get this thing worked out so we can get you back home, right?
Yeah, we just want to get to the bottom of this. I got to fill out my report, and I just want to know. I just want to hear your version of the story so I can complete my report. That's all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're missing.
Let me just read you your Miranda rights because you're under arrest. You're not free to go, but I just need to finish my report. Let me just. What do you got here, buddy? I just
so that being said,
cringe, as the kids like to say.
But yeah, as an investigator, like that was our main goal is to be as nice as possible. I always cracks me up on TV when they're like going straight to bad cop and like turning tables over and like, oh my gosh, nobody ever falls for that. Stop it. Just stop it.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll keep that in mind. All right, let's watch.
Yeah, let's see. Tell me what's uncomfortable.
When shots are fired, you were involved in something tonight at that location, and I'd like to hear your side of what happened there.
Well, I guess the obvious thing is the Leanback.
So the Leanback is
that's clearly the biggest gesture or change in anything.
So usually I have 4 categories that I put body language in. So you don't have to know what everything means. Right. And those categories are hide. So you're trying to hide your frame, your mouth. You're trying to hide your profile by even standing sideways. Like you're hiding something. One is
so this guy leaning back here.
So this one is more escape.
Okay, sorry. So the 4 things: hide and
escape, and then easing tension. And we already saw the easing tension with the lawyer.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then defend. So people get more. They'll protect what I call their vulnerability triangle, which is the triangle from your eyes to your genitals. Actually, brought this up when my son was maybe like 9 years old. I was teaching him this. I was like, your vulnerability triangle is from your eyes to your genitals. And he's like, what's genitals? That sounds like a fancy word.
Oh, dear. So you got to have the talk sooner.
You got to have the talk. I induced the talk before I wanted to.
Was he uncomfortable? Did he
no.
express any body language? Lean back?
No, actually, because probably because I'm not uncomfortable, so I think maybe kids get uncomfortable because parents get uncomfortable when they talk about it. So if you're not, then I think it probably goes a little bit easier.
Gotcha. All right. That's a good point. I can see that.
Cool. Now there were 2 things though in that video. So one was the lean back, and that's an escape.
Okay.
And the other one was he put his hand in his pocket. I don't know if you want to watch it again.
Oh yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, okay, right there.
All right, let's watch. So, and is there anything that we can glean from the interrogator? Well, let's watch him. He puts his hand in his pocket.
You were there.
Yeah.
When shots are fired.
Oh yeah, right here we have he's leaning back, he's defensive, but now right before he's about to, and this
just
may be
bringing on him. You were involved in something tonight.
Yeah, we know that your truck was at this location, and that's when he starts to invade space. But as he says this, he's invading space.
Okay,
which is so he knows it's something that's going to create a reaction if the person is guilty.
So is the putting the hand in the pocket, is that also escape? Or what is that?
Well, what category would you put it in?
Well, I guess maybe protect, because it's sort of near the golden triangle down there. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe protect. I'd say more hide. Anytime you're hiding your hands.
Hide. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Hide. Yes, because I know stuff. No. All right. Hide. Yes, because he's hiding his hand in his pocket.
Now the magic thing here is that we not only saw an escape, but we also saw the hide, or even defend. He's but we saw two. So we saw a cluster.
Yes.
So when you see two uncomfortable behaviors together, two or more,
Mhm.
with the same stimulus, and that stimulus is, we know your truck was at that location.
Okay. Now, I mean, I guess now I would say, look, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean guilt. It just means,
Right.
look, oh,
Right.
dude, I let my, my deadbeat cousin, he has to borrow my truck. And now
Right.
my truck was at a murder scene and they think it's me. How am I going to,
Right.
obviously, I mean, it doesn't mean that he's necessarily guilty. He's just uncomfortable because it's like, oh, crap.
That's absolutely true.
Cousin
right.
Joey got me, whatever, he's gotten me into a bind now because
Right.
I let him borrow my truck and now he's, gone on a murder spree.
But as you conduct those,
that reminds me. Can I borrow your car?
I
I
gotta
need
run
it
the
the
weekend.
weekend. I have some errands to run. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, but as you conduct if you got someone on the stand and you notice that uncomfortable behavior, then you hit a nerve. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're guilty. It means that they know that. I mean, like, that question made them uncomfortable. No, then it's up to you to determine why that question makes them uncomfortable, while still making sure that no one has any objections to your questioning techniques. But there's something there, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
In this particular case, dude confessed not long after, because
so he is guilty.
He is guilty as charged. But this particular body language might just mean that he has guilty knowledge. Like you said, like my cousin took my car.
Right.
I know what he was doing, and I know that he shot someone, and so now. I have to figure out how to talk my way out of me looking guilty and still protecting him at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. But I know we're learning stuff here, everybody, but let me just add one thing. Don't talk to the police. It does no good. It just doesn't. Don't fear the arrest, fear the conviction. Okay. Just stop talking. Don't say anything.
But these are things that you use while you got someone on the stand too.
Help your defense attorney out. Like, make a defense attorney's job easier, and just.
Also, though, this is really good when you do your discovery with your client, you may see some of this uncomfortable behavior. So,
I'm sure. I'm just not conscious of it, though. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's interesting to see, like the lean back and all that.
Yeah. So even outside of this is an interrogation, but even outside of that, when you're talking to your client and you see that lean back and you see the hiding, then before you put them on the stand, then you have a good honest talk about what the repercussions of their decisions are being.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Very good point. All right, we got one more, right?
We got one more.
Yes.
This dude, but I want to give you some context on this guy first. He was
all right,
he's a Air Force colonel from Canada. And
I've heard of that.
But he is now being interviewed because he's the prime suspect in the rape and murder of several women that were on his military base.
Ooh,
and
not good.
Yeah. So, the beginning, this is here. Now, this is one.
Well, I'm already noticing he's got arms crossed and hands on his
so let's
face.
take a look.
All right. So we watch and then discuss. All right. Let's watch.
We go.
Just so you know, the video is still playing. He's not. It's not on pause.
It's not frozen. Oh, yeah, I can see him moving.
Russ, is there anything you want from me? Is there anything you want me to explain? Is there something missing that you're struggling with that I can shed some light on for you?
Okay. So what kind of things are you seeing here?
He's just frozen. I don't know. I don't really notice much. He's not helping me with It'd be nice if he was like the other guy and soothed his hand or did the lean back. He's
So-
not giving me anything, so I don't know what to.
So what would a frozen body posture do? Like why would someone freeze? Why would they stop moving?
Well, let's see. Is that? Oh, it's not escape. It's not hiding. Is it hiding? Maybe hiding if you freeze. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. What were the other two?
Easing
Hide,
tension and
Easing
defense.
tension. I got nothing, bro.
Okay, so if you're about to step on a snake, like what are they attracted to that's going to make them strike?
Oh, movement.
Right. So the same thing. You
Ah.
see people giving like a speech and they grab like the sides of the podium and they don't move anywhere. They just kind of they do like, and
Yes.
if you see here on the slide, they don't move just because,
and 7 years ago.
right. I mean, the whole point of a freezing motion, I guess, or lack of motion, is that you don't see them.
So it's hiding. Is it a hiding thing then?
Yeah, it's totally hiding. So, like if I'm not moving, maybe you don't see me. Really, you like those police approach criminals on the street that are just standing on the corner, right? And they're like they got their hands in their pockets and they got their hoodie up over their head.
Right.
And when the police approach them, they say, "Hey, how's everything going?" What do they say? What do you like? Hey, what are you guys doing here? What do they say? I'm not doing nothing. Copper, why are you bugging me? Because I'm not doing anything. But they're not doing anything in a place where people would normally be walking. They have a purpose. They're going to do something. So if you're just,
let me see. I'm gonna let's try it out. I'm gonna hold still, real still. Okay, let's see.
Where'd you go, Ben? Where'd you go? He's gone. He's gone. It works.
Okay, I'm back.
It works.
It does work. Oh my gosh, I can see why he does it. It works.
So in this particular case, though, I mean, he's doing like you even mentioned in the beginning before we played the video, like I mean, he's got his arms crossed and he's he's covering his carotid artery right there.
Right.
You know, so like some of the vulnerable spots on his body, he's covering, he's protecting, he's defending. He's even that there's a little bit of rubbing. There's like slight rubbing on his face, which
he's
which is
comforting and soothing.
And then you see him lean away from the investigator. So in this moment, he's got all four of those indicators of discomfort.
So did he get convicted? What's the story? Do we have a follow-up on him?
Like seriously, like about 1 minute after this, he's like, listen, like the investigator asked him about like, hey, this was just something that, that was completely out of character. And, and you're just trying to figure out what to do. Right. And the guy was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, let me help you. Tell me what happened. Let's start from the beginning. And then he was like, all right, here you go.
I know they don't have Miranda rights in Canada, but they gotta be able to have some sort of right to keep your mouth shut.
I mean, they do have those rights. And in the beginning, he gave them those rights. But here's the thing. One of the things, like this guy, just like all the other, they think they're going to outsmart the investigator. They think there's a chance that they can get away if they can convince them to not look at them anymore. One of the things this guy did in the beginning was he started saying things like, they were like, hey, have you ever been in an interview like this before? He's like, oh yeah, I get my top secret clearance interviews all the time. I'm
accused of murder. Quite often. You would be surprised how many times I get interrogated for murder. So
But I mean, like he brings up his top secret security. He brings up how he's in charge of the military base, and those are all like resume builders. Like those are just things that you say. Like I am so above board that you shouldn't even be looking at me on this case, and you'll see that a lot as well. But this guy, as they were presenting the evidence, he slowly put himself into this position because he realized that there was no way out, and the whole thing was just making him uncomfortable. The not speaking is a hide technique. The not moving is a hide technique. The rubbing his face.
That's why you don't talk in the first place. Everyone, there's a great book, A Toast to Silence. I can't remember the author. He's a or is it from Virginia, Pennsylvania, someplace, whatever, attorney for like 40 years, criminal defense attorney. A Toast to Silence. It's written. It's not actually. It's not written for attorneys. It's written for lay people. So it is fantastic, though. It's a great book. I'll look for it on Amazon. I don't know.
Stop talking
to silence.
That's
like
just
just
two-step process.
Yes.
Don't talk, call Ben. That's it.
Exactly. Channel your inner Dr. Evil. Remember that, you know? Let me tell you a little story about. So anyway, well, thanks, Derik.
More of that.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing your expertise, and hopefully we will have you on again very, very soon. And I appreciate you sharing all your wisdom. You were asked about, like, hey, that body language guy. So yes, hey, that body language guy is Derik Clark, former Army Major General. What was the captain?
Chief Warrant Officer.
Chief Warrant Officer. That's all. Yeah, same thing. Yes. So
it's really close.
Anyway,
general,
yes,
though.
it's close. Chief. I had it. What, a general, major general, chief warrant officer. Yes, it's all.
Yeah. Sometimes they listen to me. They.
Anyway, well, thanks for coming on, dude, and we will have you on again soon. And this concludes our fabulous episode. Bye, everybody.